All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Yeah, call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard, for your mom to your pop, to the beat, to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah.
It is the NFL on EA Sports, and it will likely be the final season in which we say we've got football from Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give to Jenkins running right. And he'll get this down only to the 18. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how can we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. Here's Justin Jackson, second-year man out of Northwestern. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
First down, Los Angeles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Spurs, wait! No. Mike Butler.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Rivers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. OP. Deuce.
Carr. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
We got 25 to Mike. Check. Hey. Right here.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Benson Mayowa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Throwing Rivers. Goodwin able to haul it in. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down. Well, going over some notes in the pregame and looking at Phillip Rivers' record against Oakland, 18-8 all-time against them. And those 18 wins, more than he's had against any other team. And unless these two squads, and he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Mike, 55.
Keep it skinny.
I'm scared.
Load it.
To throw, Rivers completes it to Hardman.
Rivers pass. Complete to Nico Hardman. A gain of 14. But it's now 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, Delta!
Play action now. Rivers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Hooked there by Nick Nelson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Wait, 89!
Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
First down, Los Angeles.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Rivers now to throw on first down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Chargers.
Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bryant's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside to 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch 49.
Go.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Hey, team 6.
Man, I got you.
Carr now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Now, 49 to Mike. 180. 180, we're good. 180. What's up? You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Our time. It's our time. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the slant. Express.
From the gun, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The The Charger drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still
yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Still 180. Block 15.
Strong left.
They run on first down with Jackson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
I got you.
Hey, Delta.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
That's up.
To throw again. Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards.
Check. Big ass.
Easy. Kill.
49's the Mike.
Protein spill.
You can't block me. Hey, look.
That's up.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Right there. Damn, baby.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check 4. 6.
Who's right, Chief? That's up.
Here's Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
It's caught. Jones. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
That's another Raiders first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now.
49's the Mike.
180. We're good. 180.
Here we go. Watch twist.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
One more time with Jacobs. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They'll run with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, touchdown number 18 on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Benson Mayowa able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Ready, shot 80. Hey, I'm coming. Watch the safety creep. Check 3. Check 37. Hey, Delta.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up.
They've got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Derek Carrier, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded at the 8.
We got this. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got a man, complete. It's a gain of 35. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
It's just me and you. Bravo. Max 50.
Hey, pick your game up.
Hey, I'm gonna go load it. Load it. Right, 89.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, go. Smooth.
We'll go 25 to Mike. I know he ain't got it. Hey, 25 to Mike.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
Hey, bro, 80.
I'm here all day.
Load it. Load it. Hey, wahoo.
First down, Rivers. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Delta. Recon, 132 fighter.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Back now in the East Bay. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They run again with Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Here's Carr to throw. And that'll be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Quit talking about it and bring it. 49 to Mike, 49 to Mike. I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back to you. 49 to
On 3rd down, Carr. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Rivers. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Rivers to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Maurice Hurst. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Rivers. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Charles, this one, not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Alert 3, alert 3.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he works free. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst, his 2nd sack of the night.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
5.
$55, Mike, $55.
Run 80. Q.
Get up.
Hey, check right. Watching the grind. Come to my work.
To throw is Rivers. And the pressure gets to him again. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Exit.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He dumps this one off to Jackson, the running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. The Chargers go here. It's Rivers. And Allen's got it. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Rivers on first down. Completes it to Hardman. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Benjamin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down throw here for Rivers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. From his linebacker spot, Vontaze Burfict with a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Rivers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Eric Harris who picks it, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And cuts out right sideline. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 67 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
The 16-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you.
Carr going to throw here. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brings up 3rd down.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Raiders, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.